Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Beyond All Reason. So here, now this map is Thermal Shock. I've not actually played this map before, I don't think. Right, if we just skip the start over here. Here is I on a frontline position. In fact, I think most of these positions are frontline, to be honest with you, bar this section here. I mean, I guess eco air maybe. Right. Otherwise, I mean, look at the blue team, right? I mean, this guy already wants to kind of, well, not really 2v1. If Wild Goose goes in that lane, right, with pink, then this should be all right. So my sort of traditional build for me, and let me know, guys, if this is a good build order or not when you start off, right? So I typically go for 2 mexes, and then I look for 3 wind if the wind is decent, right? And then I do a 3rd mex, and I go straight into whichever lab I wanna play with, right? And if I'm in the front lines, I try to get the lighter units out. Usually, I don't actually know why I went for a con early on. I think I wanted to, I wanted to get better at trying to build some sort of economy, right? And plus, this guy is gonna double up as a as a construction tower if I need him to, right? But look, I want to try and improve my game a little bit, right? And not sort of panic all the time because I'm e-stalling. So I thought, okay, let me get a con out and let me just start building some wind. Unbeknownst to me, this guy is already doing all this sort of planning his attack. He wants to hurt me, right? He wants to lock me down in this section here. I've got some ticks. I wanted to. I knew if I just sent them straight, right, I'd get to his base super quick. But more than likely, he's gonna have maybe some LLTs. Potentially, if he moved his commander up, he might have some there. Of his moving units, he's probably just gonna move them straight. So I thought I'd get a little bit clever. Well, because I don't really know this map, I've never played it before. I didn't factor in that he's gonna have his comrades over here, right? And yeah, and if his comrades got units out, that's bad news for me. Look, his commander already knows what's happening. I tried to move him away. He's got him. He's got him. I mean, to see if they did any value for us whatsoever, not really, bar the fact that we know where their top player is, right? So the way it works in bar, the primary colors, right? The primary red, bright red, is the top player for the red team, right? Whoever's in the primary blue color, top player for the blue team. That's how it is. So we've got Fatter Cow for us, and they have Scoppo, or Scopper, yeah, Scopper. I was really surprised by this trade. I didn't expect my, my peewees, my pawns, to trade better against these tanks. I mean, it just goes to show that some of these units, if you can get up close and personal with them, right, and just get enough of a half decent surround, get that flank damage boost, right, you could do well. And that gave me quite a bit of confidence. That said to me that, look, if I'm able to do all of that with these pawns, I might as well just send my commander up. If nothing else, let me just get some reclaim on these, right, and then build a mechs. I think what I'm going for first, I think I just sent him up. I think I'm wanting to build an LLT before building the mechs, because I thought, let me get some defenses, because the blue team, they're already sending some units over here, right? So try and get a bit of defense going on. And honestly, me losing these pawns and him losing these tanks, it hurts him a lot more than it hurts me. These pawns are significantly cheaper than tanks. In Beyond All Reason, vehicles are often much more, well, they're pricier. they're a lot pricier when it comes to metal and energy costs to actually build them. But what it means is they have greater armor and they have longer range than bots, right, in their respective sort of fields. So I thought let me push up, right, because I got a little bit cocky, thinking, maybe I've taken down as many of his units as he possibly has, and I thought, oh, okay, if I could do all this damage with a few pawns, maybe I can just push forward and really take him out. So if we go to player view, I can't see too much. I mean, I've got a radar, it's giving me good coverage. I know his commander's there, right, and I know he's got you know, this twin guard, right. It's like an LLT times 2 in one place, right. But he hasn't got too many. He hasn't got too much here. Energy stalling. So even though I gave that whole speech about, you know, building building wind and all that good stuff, I'm relying on wind being strong, right? But look, trying to make improvements to our game. I've got another constructor here, and he's kind of he's moonlighting as a nano. But again, my sort of thinking is I need units up here, right? I need units up here. This guy is just out of range. Well, I thought I need units up here, and I wanted to try and build these LLTs. Well, first I thought let me just get them up, right? And then eventually I want to try and build them in almost like a concave shape, right? Hoping that would they'll kind of double up as units for me, if that makes sense, right? And they'll help with flank damage and things of that nature. So I am becoming the king of towers, right? But look, at the absolute best, yeah, I've denied him from getting this geothermal spot, right? And he can't push through and hurt us too much, right? We've got Wildfire doing excellent work over here. I mean, this guy, he's going up against their best player, right? And he's doing an excellent job. He's got units and he's repairing them. This is excellent play. When your base is this far away, the last thing you want to do is lose units in the front line, right? So it is always worthwhile to repair them as much as humanly possible. What else do we have going on? This. So these guys are doing exactly what they said they were going to do earlier on, right? When we started the game. Both of them wanting to push and push forward, right? And as you can see, they've got, I mean, Blue's got a significant, or actually I'd say it's kind of down the middle. Kind of down the middle, but I mean, but it looks like they've got more of the map, right? It looks as though they've got more of the map. Similar units trading out. I mean, the thugs versus rocket bots. If you've got enough rocket bots, you know, it's the rocket bots, I feel like they're gonna win, right? But I do like this. I do like this. These missile trucks. They're gonna be able to do a significant amount of damage from far, but they can get swarmed upon. That's the only thing, right? That's the only thing. But they're getting a good amount of connection on Sneaky Turkey. On Sneaky Turkey, they might be able to take Sneaky Turkey out. You know, if Sneaky Turkey isn't careful, I mean, he seems to be more worried about getting the reclaim on, right? Than his state of well-being. A few more connections. Look, he's just outside the kill box. Range. Yeah. I mean, if he makes another visit forward, that'll be the end of him. That'd be all she wrote. Looks like Green's getting in on the action. I mean, that's 3v2 really. These guys are doing great work. I've got Blue now attacking me, so I'm on a 2v1 situation myself. And what that's done is enabled direct Mr. Lilac to build a HLT. This is a pain. I mean, he's got amazing range. He's taking down my guys. It allows him to get his units across. There's not too much I can do. Look, I'm falling back. I've taken a few licks, and now for me it's about survival. I certainly can't push forward, not when this thing is alive, right? So I just got to do enough to keep them at bay. That's my job for now. Excellent. Looks like it looks like we've got a few units over there. Compliments of Michek 1212. Right, that probably caught Light Blue by surprise, and yeah, he's his demise. That's a win actually. I mean, Light Blue himself, he doesn't have too much going on, but I don't know if we know that. We're gonna find out. Now Red is aware. You can see the wind farm. All he's got to do, and he's doing an excellent job at this, is just stay away from overcommitting, right? And then finding yourself in a bit of a pickle with the blue team supporting forces. He's Red's done an excellent work there. The fatter cow. Me, I'm surviving. I mean, had the blue team pushed, they could have taken me out. I mean, why they're so afraid of just a bunch of LLTs when they had, you know, their top player and Mr. Lilac. They could have taken down my defenses. They could have took my commander out pretty easily, I'd say. See what's going on here. Blue again, not really committing. I mean, he's there. We're aware that the commander's up, but he's not really doing too much. This is a good push. This is a good push. Actually, well, back up. Not really a push, but it's always good to see missile trucks about. Green, sneaky. They managed to get some metal extractors in there. They must have sent planes. Oh no, yellow. They're lagging ever so little. Hopefully that sorts itself out. I mean, I have noticed that since the season 2 update, there's been a few lagging issues here and there. It's been a lot better, in the recent days, but especially in the first couple of nights when season 2 was up and running, there was severe lag in a lot of the games. Right, now I'm making my energy storage. Okay, I thought, look, wind is chaotic even at the best of times, right? So any energy that I do make, I want to just bank it as much as possible. Yeah, and then I want to get into some energy converters so I can make a bit more metal. Because asset denial, right? And they stopped me from building mexes on these 1.8s. So what can I do, right? Again, survival. And guys, I would love to hear your sort of tips and tricks in this situation, right? What would you do? I'm struggling for energy, but I'm getting some D guns out there, right? And besides LLTs, right, just to kind of scare them away as best as possible, there's not too much I could do. I mean, I've transitioned into rocket bots, right, which I think is the right thing. But again, what more can I do at this stage? Even if I try to send a construction bot up over here, maybe to build some more heavier static defense, by the time these slowpokes walk over there, the game will be over. For me anyway, I'll be dead. So I thought, my sort of only real options are LLTs and rocket bots, the Rocketeers. Fat Cow doing good. So we've got some tier 2 from the blue team, sprinters. They're raid bots. I mean, I wouldn't use these to go up against an army. Definitely not. You want to sneak these guys in. They move quick. They shoot. You want to sneak them in, get into a player's base, right, and cause damage to your enemy's economy. That's what you want to use them for. Mausers. I really like this unit. And again, this guy, he's more purple than, yeah, I'd say he's purple rather than another shade of lilac. Some would argue purple is another shade of lilac. Or it's the other way around. It looks like he wasn't aware that he was getting, rained upon by artillery until, almost lastminute.com moves his commander away. If we take a look here, Yeah, green. Green done an excellent job keeping light blue in the game. Yeah. Without green, light blue would have been completely done for. This is an interesting place. So, pink, he is, or light pink, he's taking interesting areas of the map. Now, what I would have loved to have done if I was playing in this position as Armada, I would love to get some spider bots, right? Some tier 2 spider bots, right? Some recluses. Get them up here. Yeah, maybe pile them up. Get a whole bunch together over here, right? And then just move them across the mountainside, right? And they will just rain hell upon the bases over here. In fact, even if you had put them onto hold fire rather than fire at will, and if these guys didn't exist and you just stuck them in the back, you could do a serious amount of damage. Looks like Light Blues is trying to make a similar play, but without the need for spiders. Let's see how this actually works out. Energy stall, not good. These LLTs are not going to fire, and yeah, this isn't good for light pink. These guys are going to have a lot of value. They even got some hounds in there as well. Hounds, excellent units, tier 2 units. Yeah, look, they've got so much range. I mean, it'd be good for him to have sent the rocket bots in there as well. Otherwise, they're not doing anything at that distance, right? He's got a sprinter. Yeah, see, this is where sprinters come in handy. Just run past, try and take as much as possible. They do provide some level of vision for the army moving ahead. Yeah, really good play by Light Blue. Really good play. Looks like he wasn't completely demoralized from losing his commander. Me, I'm just taking a battering. I thought, right, I need to get some stronger units and a base that's a little bit more, you know, forward, right? So I'm not relying on bots kind of just walking their way up over here. I needed something, and I need some units that can get me some range, right? So my thinking was missile trucks. If I can get enough missile trucks going, right, that again, I just got to try and hold this line. Right, I just got to try and hold it as best as possible. Got a Jaguar tank over there. Is not going to be able to do too much on his own. And now I've actually got my missile truck. Right. But again, I need some radar. So now my truck knows that these dots exist, but I will need some vision as well. I think somebody might have given me this solution. Yeah, it's gone. He's gone. That was sad. Or maybe I manufactured some of them myself. It's kind of paranoid that I might be a victim to a bombing run, so I thought let me just make at least some attempt at anti-air. So they've got these agitators, really good, sort of tier 1. In given situations, if you can get them in a good spot. I mean, right now they're doing good, right? They've got a significant amount of coverage. Shout out to Red. I mean, he's helping me out over here. His map awareness is really strong. He clearly knows that I'm under trouble, right? And he's supporting me by sending units over here just to let them know that, look, this lane isn't going to be as easy for them to exploit as they perhaps hoped it would be. Blue now making a strong push, right? He's got these pyros, the pyros. Yeah, look at these. I mean, these are excellent raid bots, right? They do a lot of friendly fire, especially if they're clumped up together. And due to my slow build, he couldn't get any of my wind farms. So he hasn't done too much you know, damage to me. Oh, com goes down. Fat cow laying the smackdown. Mr. Lilac is out cold. Just goes to show, right, if you got some good units and you know what units are needed, right, for a frontline push, you could do damage. I mean, he didn't. I mean, Fat Cow didn't even have a huge army, right? He just sent in the right type of army, and now he's got a tank coming in to Blue's Mr. Lilac's base. They got some shurikens out. That's gonna take this out and allow the nanos to reclaim. Fair enough, right? Red again. He's holding the front line for all of us. It feels like, you know, Blue's doing good. He's got some Sheldons out, and they're gonna do some damage. But I've now got a couple of missile trucks. I thought, look, let me try and help where I can, right? And I thought, I can see some dots. Maybe if I follow these guys, I can take him out. Notice the agitator was still alive, so I wanted to. I mean, these things are quite tanky actually. Good, he's gone. Now Wild Goose is also coming into the fight. Shout out to him. This is good. I mean, Michek, he's keeping these guys busy over here, right? And that's enabled the rest of the team to take the strike whilst the iron is hot. Jaguars are excellent vehicles. I mean, these guys, they have chain lightning and they also have anti-air, purple ring. And so even if blue team wanting to get a little bit cute and send some bombers or some gunships, we should be okay, unless they have them on mass. Blue team's calling for a resignation. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the map, we're moving in, right? We're moving in for the kill. Red's got more and more tanks. He's taking out economies. He's taking out units. It's just a matter of time. And with that being said, I think they're only 1 or 2 votes away. Maybe they feel they can still hold out, right? Which is good. They've got a fight left in them, right? Because look, they've got a bunch of fusion reactors still up and running, right? And they probably think, look, we're doing good. Right? It's not the best, but if we can hold out, maybe we can make another push and we'll be okay. Dark green is still being the MVP of this lane here. Okay, now we've got some termites pushing light blue. Gunships are out. This is where the Jaguars, you know, they've got enough of these gunships. These are some good gunships. As good as Jaguars are, you know, a dedicated flak vehicle would be the best to take out any sort of air force that tries to come in. But with these many gunships, you're going to need a couple of them, to be honest. Looks like we've got our fighters. Our fighters have come in. Yeah, they're going to do quick work on those gunships. Gunships can't really do anything against fighters. They're, you know, their role really is against ground units, and whether that's bots, vehicles, hovercrafts, or just buildings. So here's me thinking, you know, great, I survived, right? I've eaten up my tier 1 lab. Realised that, look, metal is the problem. There's no point in me sending the commander to help with this build. I need metal, but I've got a good amount of wreckage here. So if I can start getting the reclaim in, I should be able to build up my lab. Red now switching up the lane. As you can see, light blue is all but spent. I mean, he's got a base that he's trying to build over here, but I don't think it's gonna do too much. right? Dark green, the guy that was holding it all together in this side, is now gone. Sending his commander away in the hopes that he can rebuild. And again, another resignation vote has been called. And now I think, you know, it's going to be difficult for them. They can see that Red's got a ball of units here, right? Maybe they're aware. Oh, and there you have it. There you have it. I mean, if anything, I'm hoping that they show that, look, even if you're playing front and you're in a tricky situation, you've lost ground, just fall back. Just fall back. You don't need to be a hero and move forward and get everybody killed, right? Fall back and still try to hold your ground. You know, ask your teammates for help, right? And see what you can do. And sometimes, yeah, you can't build the sort of economy that you perhaps want, but just holding your ground is more than enough sometimes. Again, guys, leave your tips and tricks and some comments down below, and let me know what I can do better next time. Catch you in the next one.